What's up, guys? How's it going?
Going well.
Bro, are you sitting like right behind the window? You got that beautiful lighting popping off right now.
Oh, I'm actually like outside.
Yeah. So that's not one of these Zoom. That's not one of these Zoom backgrounds that you can
The problem with that is there's like bees in this bush right here, and they're terrifying me. But
make. They're just flying around. They're like, make one mistake, come back too far, you're done. Oh man, what's up? We got the boys of Surfaces in the building. How you guys doing?
Hanging in there.
Yeah, yo. All right. Well, first things first, I got to start off. So obviously, you guys are not together right now, considering you're in different rooms and stuff.
Correct.
That's good. Taking the social distancing to a whole new level. I like it. Are you guys families okay? You guys doing all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on? Like, are you guys quarantined with anybody, or are you just on your own?
I have my wife. We just got married a couple weeks ago. So.
You kidding? Straight up, you got married?
Yeah.
During this whole pandemic thing, you got married.
I think it was the day, maybe like 3 days before quarantine started. We got married or something like that.
Yo, were you able? Were you able to make it, Colin?
Oh yeah, I was there. It was a beautiful wedding.
He went to, or like CDC announced that groups could be 50 people or less.
Okay.
We canceled our wedding. We had this like big, like 250 person wedding. Whole thing, like whatever you could imagine, like a big wedding.
Yeah.
Canceled that, which was sad, and then we planned this basically just like a barn wedding in like 2 days.
Wait. So was there like between you and the wifey? Was there any like, let's push this off and wait a year so we could do the big wedding, or are you like, no?
We talked about it. I was like, Grace, like, would you rather get married now and have like a dinky wedding, or wait and have the extravagant thing later? And she's like, I'd rather get married now. So. Do
you think that you'll end up doing something like that, or because like there's no honeymoon, I'm assuming either?
The venue didn't refund us, so we considered having a party, but.
Dang, but you're married.
I know. Yeah. We're here for it.
All right, so you guys are living together and everything like that, or no?
Yeah.
Okay. How is it? Have you learned anything about her now that you're like forced to be together all the time? Is there anything new that's popped out?
It's like my perception of her is like we dated for like 2-3 years before we got married, and so I knew her very well. But like getting married, I feel like I appreciate her like double, like she's like double in my mind. Yeah, which I did not know. Like I literally like marriage is like low key, like it's scary. Like it is scary.
Dude, what do you mean low key? That's very high key.
Yeah, yeah, true.
That's very well known fact.
Because like in your head you're like I know this is the person that I want to marry. I know I want to get married. So like we're good. And then the other side you like this is like this is the rest of your life.
Like you're one person. That's crazy, man.
So like battling that, but like literally after getting married and stepping into it, like it is so much better than I could have ever imagined.
Hey, well, congratulations. I mean, I'm glad that happened out as opposed to the opposite. We're just like divorced right away.
Yeah, true. That happens. It definitely happens.
Well, all right. So they call with you, man. Now the pressure's on you. Do you have anything big that's happened since this whole pandemic? Like wedding big?
No, not really. Just kind of chilling right now. Working on.
Are you guys able to like work on music during this whole situation, being separated?
Every other weekend we try to get together. Like I'll probably just drive to like Force's place and like we'll just knock out like some music business stuff, and then obviously we'll like try to make songs, and we've been doing a pretty good job of that. So
yeah. Well, because I was trying to read like how you guys got started, because I mean I know you guys have been doing it for a minute now. It's not like you guys just popped up overnight, but like, and so in the beginning, you started out, you guys were at separate colleges and putting music on SoundCloud, and you just got linked up that way, right?
Correct.
So did somebody like point the other person out, or was it literally like you were just like listening to hits on SoundCloud and then just oh my God, who is this?
Yeah, we're kind of in the same community, like almost, and like kind of same corner of the internet. Like we grew up listening to like the same guys on SoundCloud, and then that's kind of like how I was like, hey, like you make music, and then Forrest is like, where do you live? And I was like, oh, like College Station. He's like, oh, well, I got Baylor. So
wow, that's lucky, because like especially on the internet, you could be in different corners of the world, but it turns out you're like driving distance.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot. Some crazy coincidences.
Who were a couple of those artists that you guys like found yourselves, having in common with that you thought were in the same corner?
Like, are you familiar with like the lo-fi community on SoundCloud?
I mean, just with Powfu popping off, but like nothing too crazy.
Have you ever heard of Selection? maybe.
I think actually, do they spell it weird?
Yeah, Soul, like SOUL, Soul.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I think, wow, okay, random, but yeah, I think I do, okay.
There's a guy named Conrad who goes by Public Library Commute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it just Public Library now, or just Library?
It's Commute. He still has it all.
Okay, still Commute. It used to be PLC, but now it's like the actual phrase.
Gotcha. So what were these early conversations you guys were having? Was it like, yo, I dig your stuff, let's try this out?
Pretty much, yeah.
I didn't like, okay, stranger from the internet, I think I'm good.
No, we were both down because like I knew one person at Baylor that was trying to make music.
Okay.
And he was trying to go with like a hard style like EDM approach, which is like different from where we're at now. So like when we get together to make music, it was just we'd have fun, but it wasn't like, oh, like this is major chemistry, I guess.
Yeah.
It's still a blast. Like I'd hang out with him again and have fun and stuff. But.
Well, how does he feel now that you're kind of doing this in the trajectory? Kind of like, do you still go in contact? Like, do you keep in touch?
I don't know if it's like comparable because he like an electronic scene and.
Okay, so he's doing his own thing basically.
Yeah, he just does it for fun.
Okay. All right, well, I feel like we gotta talk about the giant elephant in the room that like I feel like everybody on the planet has heard at this point now is your guys' Sunday Best popping off on TikTok. Like, was that some kind of like marketing strategy that you came up with, or was that just by some miracle? Like, do you know the first video that you did? You have no clue.
Neither of us have the app.
No, you're kidding.
I swear. You can
so like, what was the first indicator that like something was happening? Like, did somebody tell you?
Our managers were like, they sent a screenshot and they were like, hey, like it's at, whatever, like 1 million videos or something. And they'd be like, 40 more thousand videos today, 100,000 videos today. And we'd be like, oh,
yeah, just like people that I would hang around were just like, hey, like your songs. I was like, oh, I mean, that's good. I don't hate that.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just.
So I was gonna say, so you guys already had like management and stuff like that. So you already like full well formed by the time you guys dropped Sunday Best.
We actually put out that project like a few months before we had any type of management or musical support at all.
Was that the song that like got someone's attention to like get you guys hooked up, or was something else?
No, surprisingly, it was
that wasn't a song.
called Palm Trees.
That's the one that got you. Okay.
Well, it landed on New Music Friday, and
and I think that popped it right on. So like that's crazy. So you guys are blowing up. Your videos getting used on TikTok. So were people like knowing that it was you, or was it just close friends at this point?
Wait, did what?
So like Sunday Best, like your manager's like, yo, dude, millions of videos are being made using your song. Did you guys did people know who you were, or was it at that point was it just like friends that were like, hey, wait, this is you guys? Like were people already like being like, hey, we know who you are as surfaces?
Yeah. People like on the street and stuff, or like.
Yeah, just like on street, on social media, because like I don't know the full connection between like because I feel like there's so many songs sometimes that you'll hear, and it's just like you hear it in that video and you're like, oh, it's a good song, but then you kind of like never hear of it again. So you kind of like you don't really take the time to look up the artist, but then when it's a song like yours where it's just like, oh, like millions of videos are being made, like I gotta figure out who these people are. Like, did you find like your following just going up and up?
I guess there's a couple ways to answer. It's like yes, we get stopped sometimes, but I feel like that was before TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you were already feeling a little bit of it.
Yeah, I don't think it like anchored down.
Okay.
It was already had a presence. Yeah.
I feel like because like now like most people, if you ask them like, hey, do you know Sunday Best? They'd be like, yeah, like I don't know. Like, do you know like Feeling Good? They'd be like,
hey. That's awesome. That's gotta be an amazing feeling. I mean, like back when you guys were both at college, did you think that like you'd have one song that literally hundreds of millions of people would hear?
Oh no.
Oh my God. So now that you've had this success, like what is it? Have you noticed? Like obviously, I know you said you guys aren't really on TikTok, but like, do you find yourselves maybe trying to focus on using some kind of like material, like song material that would kind of work on the app, where like maybe you have a really catchy hook and then like, all right, let's blow this up on TikTok? Or are you still trying to make it traditionally?
It's kind of a joke. Like after we're done making something, like we'll be like that, like this part of the song would be hilarious if it was on TikTok or like.
Right. Okay. So you got something in there that you're feeling it.
I feel like for an artist to make a song for TikTok or like to even make a song that's like marketable.
Yeah.
Unless your whole brand is like it is like that, like a BB No Money type thing. I feel
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that's like, you're just going for it and it's like hilarious and everyone sees it. But I feel like as like kind of what we're going for, if we make something that's like too marketable, then it's not genuine. So
yeah, no, I totally understand what you're saying. So then, like, so as far as that, I know you guys said you're working on music while doing this whole quarantine. Are you planning, like, the second this thing is lifted, whether it's, you know, weeks or months from now, are you guys going to hit the road like that? Or are you trying to, like, come up with another project since you got all this time together? Well, not together, but, like, to work on stuff.
I mean, yeah, I go over to, like, Force's place, like, every now and then. And, like, we've been slowly, like, creating a little song bank of, like, songs that could potentially be on, like, another project. But, I mean, we definitely have no shortage of ideas anytime soon. And we're always creating, so.
Yeah, so what about, like, tour-wise? Are you guys hoping to come off of that, or do you guys want to put out some more material first? How are you feeling about that?
I don't know.
No college scene. Wait, did you guys ever perform, like, at your colleges?
We performed at, like, a glorified pool party at my college, and safe to say it wasn't the best show.
there was the stadium one, remember that? Like,
Oh yeah, that one actually went really well. That was our first show ever. I mean,
Okay. And it was at a stadium?
well, so what happened was, me and Forrest, like, we were about to put out our second album, but, like, someone in the athletic department at Texas A&M had, like, heard the music, and they're like, hey, we have, like, this fan zone thing where, like, bands come and, like, play right next to the stadium on this huge, like, festival size stage, and, like, you know, we'd love to have y'all come out and, like, play. And we had never played a show, like, ever. So, but we were like, yeah, we're super down. And, like, we got, you know, we put it together and it was actually really successful.
Did you have enough time for, like, rehearsal, or was it like, yo, this is this Friday, like, get out here?
We, like, rehearsed the morning of it.
sort of the day of, we winged it.
How'd it go? It was all right?
I was so sick the day of, like, I
remember that.
So
was it a hangover? Be honest.
No. It was
Okay.
like, it was like sore throat, like,
Ooh.
like congestion. Like, I could not sing.
Okay.
On top of the nerves of, like, going out there in front of, like, who knows how many, like, tens of thousands of people would hear this music.
Okay.
Like, where it was like a huge stage right next to where everybody walked into Kyle Field.
Oh, so everybody see you.
Like, it's 105,000 seats in there, so, like, people are gonna be walking by.
You got some traction.
LSU, right?
What's up?
It was LSU, right?
Yeah, and it was the last game of the season, and it was also the biggest game.
Record attendance or something like that. So anyways, all that being said, it was actually like a fun story. The first set, I, like, attempted to sing it and barely got through it, but, like, by the end of it, I, like, had nothing. And so I told Colin, I was like, Colin, just go, like, switch all the tracks over to the regular track, because I was just singing.
Okay.
Mid-set
to the regular tracks, and I'm just gonna lip sync the entire set. He, like, got on his computer, and then within, like, they were literally like, all right, you guys are on in 30 seconds, and he's still, like, dragging and like, putting stuff, and then he figured it out and just straight lip sync the entire second set.
Hey, look, you gotta do what you gotta do to make it happen. Yo. I mean, hey, look, that's gotta be, I can't even imagine, especially, like, I mean, I know, like, people are there for the game and stuff like that, but, like, all those people walking by, I don't know how you're able to suck that up and be like, you know what, we gotta just do it. And then, so you said so you guys haven't, like, have you guys not really performed that much?
Oh, I mean, that was like 2 years.
Okay, so that was when you were just starting.
And then we did a mini tour of, like, 7 or 8 shows.
Okay, that's what I thought I read, because I was like, maybe that was
a full sold-out 18-show tour across the country, November through January. So.
And you didn't have to lip sync those, I'm assuming.
No, but I would say, like, I kept my health in check. Like,
yeah, definitely taking care of himself on the road. Yeah.
Like,
so you guys, and obviously I hope this doesn't come off as disrespectful because I'm just genuinely curious. So, like, are you guys traditional? Well, you as well, of course. Like, are you like a traditional singer where you know, like, all the vocal exercises that you have to do and, like, everything to warm up, or were you just like, you love to make music and you were just making songs and, like, all of a sudden you're like, oh no, I'm touring, like, I need to take care of my voice and all that kind of stuff. Was it, like, new to you, or you knew that was the kind of?
I think the scare, the first show scare, like, knowing what it felt like to sing sick.
Yeah.
And then also, our tour was split up in, like, different legs.
Yeah.
First leg, I got like I was like really exhausted, and then I got food poisoning. Are you wanting me to have like a hangover story or something?
No, but I'm just like, I can't believe, like, because you think like you get this chance, this opportunity, your body's been ready for this your whole life, and then of course the second it happens, you get a sore throat, you're throwing up.
Yeah, no, there's this one show where like I was already like getting sick, and then we did the show, and like it was a whole like there was like technical difficulties, like the sound cut out for like the last 3 songs, like.
Whew.
And then that night, I got food poisoning and threw up all night. Next day, yeah, it was terrible. So because of that, like, and like having to like fight through and like still perform, I'm just like never again. So
now you're like taking care of the body 24/7. Let's go.
Yeah. You think that like on tour, like when you see like videos and stuff, you think it's just like all like fun and you're just chilling and stuff, but it's literally it's hard.
I mean, it's a job. It's work. Like it is work.
Like I'm like eating pristine food, drinking a gallon of water every day, like everything just to be able to sing. Yeah.
Pristine food. All right, so I do have one more question before I let you guys go, and then you can both, if it's the same thing, answer. That's great. But if you guys have separate ones, so obviously, as we talked about, a lot of people now have heard Sunday Best. That might be how they were introduced to you guys. What would be like that next song that you tell them to listen to in order to get more of a vibe of you guys and Surfaces?
Yeah, that's a good question. Heaven Falls, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like Heaven Falls is just the natural.
That's the progression.
That's a song, man.
Yeah. Heaven Falls.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey guys, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day. Obviously, hey, congratulations on the marriage. Colin, congratulations, just chilling and being you. I appreciate you guys stopping by, man. Stay safe out there, okay?
Thanks, Ethan.
Bye.